Hello, you're watching The Market Bull. I'm Sarah Powell, and joining me from First Class Metals is CEO Marc Sale. Marc, welcome back.
Hi Sarah, it's been a while, but there's been good reason for that, but it's great talking to you again.
Yeah, you too. And it's of course fantastic to see the company back trading again and readmitted to the main board.
Yes, it's taken a while, as I said, but we've got there. But there was nothing untoward about the suspension. It was really just a combination of bureaucracy and negotiation with the 79th group. What happened was the peer review of the accounts, the auditors were prepared to sign off on the accounts, but the peer reviewer said, being as you mentioned the 79th deal as a post at year-end event, we feel that you should close that off before we sign off on the accounts. And plus, of course, it also added to the confidence of a going concern. So then the negotiations with 79 took a lot longer than everyone had thought. No fault of anyone's, but it did. So yes, as I say, it was just a combination of timing and bureaucracy that caused the delay. But you're right, we're back there now, and I think there's been some positive feel from the markets about our resumption of trading.
Absolutely. Well, it's great to understand that and see it's all sorted now. So can you start by bringing us up to speed with what the company's been busy with since its suspension, including, of course, the news that we saw last week regarding the sale of not just one of the company's assets, but two, enabling McKellar to 79th Resources, and the funding agreement with them also.
Yes, we have been busy, and that was actually one of the reasons why the deal changed, because they decided instead of doing a straight loan that they wanted to do the purchase. We're really pleased about this partnership with 79th, a very professional, very ESG orientated company, and they liked McKellar, they liked Enable, so they've jumped straight in there and purchased them, which is great, because not only does it show their confidence in First Class' ability to identify value, but of course it totally validates our business model, First Class' business model, in that we identify early stage potential, we value add, do work on it, bring up its potential, and then monetize it, which is what the company has been saying is our business model almost from day one. And now we've actually consolidated that. We've verified that we can deliver on what we said. And yes, they've taken Enable and McKellar, but we are still left with our big four, as James calls them, the core properties, that is North Hemlo, Essa, Sunbeam and Zigzag. We put 5 properties in the data room for 79th. They've taken 2. That leaves 3 in there. The data room is still open to them and actually one other group. So yes, we're feeling pretty good about things going forward at the moment. But that doesn't mean to say we're resting on our laurels. We have been doing a core review on the Sunbeam property core, and I stress the whole property, not just the Sunbeam area, in order that we can look closer at this revelation from towards the end of the last field season that the porphyry is actually hosting gold as well. That's the host rock to the main auriferous shear, shall we say. So we've done some work on that. We're also focusing on our gold properties in general because of the bit of a slump in the lithium. So that means North Hemlo, where we hope to do some stripping.
Fantastic, thank you, Marc. And you mentioned the fact that they were originally looking at 5, which now brings that down to 3. Is the ongoing due diligence just on those 3 properties, or are they looking at any more?
Talks are ongoing with them. I don't think it would be fair for me to go into much detail on that, Sarah, but yes, we're talking very closely with 79.
Fantastic. And can you throw any more colour on where and how the money will be deployed to advance exploration?
Well, as you know, we do First Class try and put as much money as possible into the ground. And as I alluded to earlier, what with the sort of slightly depressed lithium prices at the moment, we will be focusing on our gold properties. And we have 4 stellar properties. As I said, we've got Sunbeam, which is a district scale property, 70 odd square kilometres. We've also got North Hemlow and On Gold, which is another huge property, our flagship property. Then as well we have LSE, which is only 11 kilometres northeast of the Hemlow gold mine. And the new addition to the stable, of course, is the Kerrs Gold project over near Timmins, which has an almost 400,000 ounce resource on it. So yes, wherever possible, we try and put money into the ground.
Finally, before we go, I understand you've been in Thunder Bay busy over the weekend. Can you tell us how the White Sands First Nation powwow has gone, and also what we can be expecting to hear from the company in the coming weeks?
Certainly. Well, I left home at wee small hours on Thursday morning. I got into Thunder Bay Friday afternoon. I had a meeting with the Pays Plat First Nations, who are the First Nations that have traditional claims over the McKellar and Enable properties that we've sold to 79th, so I could explain the situation to them. On the Saturday, it was the Ontario Prospects Association's mining day here in Thunder Bay, so I attended that and met with some peer companies as well as sales providers. I then jumped in a car and drove for nearly 4 hours actually, north to Armstrong to attend the powwow of the White Sands First Nation, as you quite rightly said. And that's the First Nations that have territorial claims over our Zigzag property, as well as Green Age Technology to the west and Battery Age to the east. So that was a very important and enjoyable, I must say, event to attend. I then came back to Thunder Bay. Today I've got meetings with other First Nations group as well as the Ontario Geological Department here in Thunder Bay. Then tomorrow I'm off to Hemlow area in order to meet with people and visit LSE and North Hemlow. So yes, and then I'll be back into Thunder Bay on the weekend and head to Toronto for some meetings with various institutes in Toronto next week. So a busy few days past, present and coming up. We don't stop in one place for long.
Last thing, Mark, anything that we can be expecting to hear about in terms of news flow?
We intend to put out an ops update in the very near future, so that's to come. And yes, we'll be outlining our focus, which I'm not giving anything away. I mean, let's be honest, Sarah, with the gold price as it is consolidating 2-3 thereabouts, and the lithium price waning still, then obviously our focus is going to be on our gold properties, which, as I say, we've got 4 stellar properties.
Of course, yeah. Well, Marc, it's been wonderful to speak to you. So pleased to see the company back trading, and we'll look forward to speaking again as more news comes through.
All right, thank you, Sarah, and I look forward to it as well. And I'm sure there will be news and good news.
Great stuff. Thank you, Marc.